governance in universities. It is on the agenda, as I've been covering this stuff for a lot of years, and I've never seen it like this. It's an extraordinary situation and an extraordinary opportunity for universities and their staff associations to be in.
The system isn't working, and that governance system, those failings, in our view, are undermining the social licence of universities in the broader community. So I think the first thing to recognise is that the system is broken and it needs to be reformed. In terms of what that looks like, and I'll finish after this, Stephen, I think there are three principles that should guide a restructuring of university governance. The first is collegiality. So collegiality is a bedrock institution or practice of universities. It goes right down to department level. It's essential for peer review. It's essential for quality control. And it should be reflected at the top of the university as well. Now, that might mean more students and staff on university governing boards, elected representatives. It might also prompt a role for elected alumni representatives. We have had that in the past. But it also speaks to the culture and practice of the institution itself, moving away from a command and control structure to a more collegial mode of governance. So collegiality is the first principle. Second principle, I think, is public accountability. So as Stephen said, all public universities are all governed by acts, mostly acts of state parliament, ANU directly by the federal government. They're public institutions, and I think one of the real failings of governance in recent times is the lack of genuine accountability and scrutiny, and that practices that can occur beyond public purview. There's been intimidation of staff reps. We've seen the harrowing testimony of people in the Senate inquiry, etc. So there need to be mechanisms that guarantee public accountability and scrutiny. And then finally, I think the final principle is expertise. So we need expertise on university councils. Now, that can take a range of forms. Obviously, there's a role for financial governance expertise. But what's happened in the last 20 years is the dial has been shifted too far in favour of corporate expertise. And yet we've seen, because we've seen all of the shocking revelations come out, that hasn't done the trick of mitigating the risks to universities. Expertise can take many forms. There's financial governance expertise, there's expertise in higher education, there's an understanding of what happens at the coalface in education.